Coaches, agencies, and freelancers, how to make past the 15 to 100K a month in profit with only 20 hours a week, no paid ads, no personal brand, and no organic content. My job in this video is not to convince you or persuade you of anything. I simply want to show you what's working for us and a lot of our clients. And at the end of this video, there will be a simple invitation that you can take advantage of. And if you don't, that's also completely fine. You can just steal all the value from this video and implement it in your own business to make yourself a lot of money. I will tell you exactly our story, how we scaled different businesses and agencies past the 50 and 100K a month mark. I will reveal one of our biggest mistakes that we made that you will want to avoid if you want to save years of time. And I will also tell you the exact model we run, all the pillars that are required to run this profitably, and how you are able to make past the 15 to 100,000 a month in profit. Now, let's first talk about who this isn't for. This is not for complexity lovers. So people who love to have 16 different screens, 8 different offers, 4 different businesses. I'm sorry, this is not for you, right? This is for the people who want to have a singular focus with a lean, easy business so you can focus on one thing and just have an easy time scaling. And this is not for hustle addicts. And I'm not talking about the person who likes to work hard or, puts the grind in. I'm talking specifically about the ones who will stop at nothing but to literally sacrifice their health, their relationships, their sleep. I'm sorry, this is not for you. Now, here's who this is for. So this is for people who want profit, who don't just want to get the revenue up, who literally want to see the money in their bank account to go up, because that's what's important. That's what allows you to live your dream lifestyle. So some of our client results, right? 8K cash collected, 5K cash collected, another coaching call later, 8K cash collected, and I woke up the next morning and he sent me another message, 10K cash collected, 15K, then 10.5K. And we have countless more results, but I don't want to bore you with just testimonials. This is for you if you actually care about great client results and you want to provide value. You don't just want to make empty promises with these crazy guarantees and then have everybody hate you 5 months from now. You want to deliver a great service and you want your clients to have an amazing time so they stay with you forever. So you get reactions like this.
Leon and Noah are two G's. They're one of the best people that I've ever worked with within my company, and if anything, that I can just see how much other people they've helped out.
I got so much quality out of everything that you teach me so far.
You taught me the things I didn't know someone can teach you, if that makes sense.
This is for you if you believe that business should be fun. We build a business that as our business gets bigger, life gets better and not worse. We believe that your business should be an extension and it should serve to elevate your health, your wealth, your relationships, and your happiness, right? What is the point of building all this wealth if we're just sitting behind a desk drinking coffee and Red Bull all day and only sleeping 1 hour a night, right? There's no point. We want to build a business that allows us to thrive, not survive. We want to get rich. We want to build generational wealth. And whether you have family, kids, or you like to party, or you like to drive fancy cars, we want you to be able to fulfill your dreams and have an impact so that you can combine your happiness with a business that provides value to the world and that allows others to gain happiness and value from it. So who am I? So once upon a time, little Leon was an appointment setter. Now I quickly became the top setter in the company. Then I moved on to being a closer, and then I became a top closer. I met this cool dude called Noah, my business partner and best friend, on a mastermind, and together we started a done for you agency for especially coaches and agencies. And yeah, that's also how we did 10K in commissions in literally 1 week. We helped a lot of different businesses scale their businesses, traveling the world together. We helped the Producer Academy book over 750 in-person appointments. So these people had to literally show up at the location, which led to about 2 million in revenue added to their business. We helped Emonian get from 10 to 30K a month in 30 days. Rabin Ghazali, #1 sales mentor in the Netherlands. We optimized a couple parts of his funnel. He did 150K months, and I think now he's even doing north of 300K a month. He's absolutely going crazy. And then Jan Barziegel, one of the biggest calisthenics influencers in the world. We helped him go from 10 to 60K a month in 60 days. And in his business, we also worked together with the team, which helped Andrew Tate launch The Real World. And here's some other brands we've worked with: Official Shaolin Temple, Toozer, Men's Magazine, and then there's Nick Setting. And yeah, here's us in Thailand. We rented a villa together, and then we celebrated the Thai New Year, which is called Songkran. It's literally the biggest water fight you'll ever experience in your life. Now, all this obviously sounds amazing, but there's one thing that wasn't so great about this. Our calendars were absolutely jam-packed. We were working 60 to 80 hours a week, And then when we made somebody $100,000, we made about $15,000 to $20,000 off that. We're on sales calls and client calls every single day. And so we had built a lifestyle that supported our business. So here we are traveling the world, and what it really just looked like was us chained to a desk in a tropical paradise. On top of that, some of the people we work with didn't have the greatest service deliveries. So when we helped them get 20 to even 30 to even 50 clients, we knew in the back of our minds, these people aren't getting the best value for their money. And it started kind of building a little bit of guilt. And so we had a tough decision to make. So then one night we literally decided to let go of all of our done-for-you agency clients, and we literally went back to zero. We sacrificed all our income to build something new, something better, and something bigger. And I'm very proud to say now that we built that. Limitless Acquisition, which was inspired by Limitless, which is a really cool movie. If you're not busy running a 60, 80-hour work agency, I definitely recommend. It's a cool watch. It will also teach you some things about business as well. So what have we done so amendably wrong? First of all, we built a lifestyle that supported our business. So we lived to work, which is basically survival mode, constantly working. So here we are traveling the world, and all that it really looked like was us sitting at a desk in a very tropical paradise. We wanted to go from surviving to thriving, right? Building a business that's able to support our lifestyle instead of the other way around, meaning that we'd be able to work to live, which allows us to build our health, our wealth, and our relationships, and not just our wealth. So how do we actually get to the 15 to 100K a month in profit at only 20 hours a week? And that's why we built the Limitless system. Now it's basically built on 4 key components that help us get limitless acquisition and build a limitless business and become a limitless business owner. The first pillar of the Limitless system is mastery. And this is often forgotten in the world of funnels and acquisition and spaces and outreach and everything. Mastery is the name of the game, because a lot of people forget you're not a business owner in a vacuum. No, there's other people who are selling the same thing as you, and you need to outcompete them if you want to grow and if you want to be a reputable name in the industry, right? So this is all about you becoming a better version of yourself every day, not only to market, also to close people, but also to service deliver. We want to improve our service forever, right? So that our reputation starts to front run our acquisition, so that we don't have this constant chase of trying to get new clients, but actually people getting to us and being like, hey, I heard you're great. I heard from so-and-so that you do this and this. Can you help me with that as well? Right? That's how you're able to get inbounds. So we want to become a master of ourselves. We want to become the best CEO of ourselves that we can. Now, the next pillar is all about model, right? And this is all about the nitty and the gritty of the details of what pitch, what is your offer, what is the money-driven decisions in your business, what kind of guarantees do you offer, do you do DM closing, call closing, do you have a niche of one, are you in an evergreen market, validating your offer, message refinement, high-value communication, all of that goes in the model. Now, the third pillar is conversion. How do we move people from cold to sold? And for that, we use one offer mainly, right? And then the last part is leverage, right? So how do we automate? How do we delegate? How do we have hiring-focused deliverables, a database with a CRM, a sales manager, attention delivery assets, knowing that we're able to automate, delegate, and scale so that we're not consistently working in the business, but that we actually get to work on the business. And so let me show you what my calendar looked like when I was still running the Done For You agency, right? This was December 23. This was absolutely crazy. Now you might think, wow, 12 p.m. you start working. That sounds great, right? You get to sleep in. Not at all. Let me show you, right? Growth specialisting from 12 till 4, 4 till 10, closing calls, 10 till 11, more growth specialisting, 11 to 1, more setting, more calls, more growth specialisting. So I was basically working from 12 till about 1, right? Which is like, I guess, 13 hours a day. And then not only did it stop at Friday, no, we had another round of calls then on Saturday, right? So here's sales calls reviews from 12 till 2, then 2 hours of vacation, and then another 8 hours of calls, right? Now, this is what my calendar looks like in September 24. So a lot of white space, right? Doing some deep work, making some content, then doing some calls, right? Community call, client calls, some sales calls here and there if I really need to. And then that's it. Now, that doesn't mean I'm just taking vacation all this time, but it makes me able to decide how I work, when I work, where I work, and when I want to work, right? So it gives a lot of freedom. So how do we do this? What we found the most success with, especially if you're under 1 million a month, is one offer. This doesn't mean one product, but let me explain how it works. Basically, you have one dream outcome. Now, let's take a simple example. You want to scale to 50K a month, right? Just random number. Your dream outcome is I help you scale past 50K a month in this many days or something like that. Now, what you can have is different tiers of how fast you can get there and how much help you're getting there. So let's say on one end, we have an ebook, right? Just a doc with some tips on how to scale past the 50K a month. And that could have all the information of what you know. So it could be an ebook, like a guide. On the other end, we have full-on, intimate, done for you one-on-one, right? Which is like me going in your business and doing everything for you to scale past 50K a month. So those are both ends of the spectrum. And then we have everything in between. So this is an extremely efficient model. We run one offer and we basically have different tiers. Intimate tier, so that's a one-on-one mentorship with private calls. You get a private WhatsApp number and everything. And that's us helping you scale one-to-one. So this is really us going with you in your business, telling you everything you're doing wrong, everything you're doing right, give them all our proven models, templates, scripts, and everything. And this is how we take people from A to B extremely fast. And then we have a more scalable model, which is a community. So there's more people at once scaling together. Now, I want to preface this. All of what I'm going to say now is specifically geared towards making 100K a month. Basically, I'm going to explain the exact funnel to get to 15 to 100K a month in profit. First of all, we have the crowd, which is basically strangers. And we install a growth mechanism in order to get 20 to 30 new leads a day. Then that crowd becomes part of the community. Now, community is not in the sense of like a group thing or a school group. I literally just mean part of your world, right? And so this is all about having core value content assets, which are extremely powerful, right? There's a difference between just normal videos and really core value content assets. These are directly designed with certain psychological triggers to convert people from cold to sold. Now, this is all about value, volume, and omnipresence. We want to rent a space in their head, and we want them to think about us like at least a couple seconds or a couple minutes a day. And we want to really become part of their world, and we want them to become part of our world. Now, we don't just want followers. Of course, we want clients. So this is about the conversion system that we're running. With all of our clients, we aim for 10% booked, 90% show, and 25% close. Now, this is way above the industry standard of 70%. But because this is such an efficient model and it's really geared towards directly communicating with your ICP, if you do it right, it's very unlikely that they're going to no-show for the call. Once they are clients, it's all about, of course, having a good service delivery, but also having an aligned offer. An aligned offer basically works like an ascension system where as they go through the transformation, a new stage unlocks. So once you get to the 50 to 100K a month mark, now you have new problems, right? Maybe you need a team, maybe you want to leverage labor. And so you can have an upsell right there that allows them to move on to the next level and actually take on the new challenges and make new money. About 30% of clients are resold into a monthly recurring revenue offer. And then ultimately clients become part of the core. We want to aim for a below 10% churn rate. So we want to keep people within our ecosystem. And that's all about delivery rhythms. As soon as people are offer hopping on your offer, you know that your system isn't correctly designed, because if you were able to get them the outcome of what they were looking for, there's no way that they're going to offer hop, right? Because they feel like, okay, this is exactly what I needed. And then now the next stage obviously is this new thing that I want to solve. And these people have solved it already. So I'm just going to stay with them. If you are on an adventure in the jungle and you have a good tour guide, right? And he leads you along the path and it's great. Are you going to be like, you know what? I need another tour guide. No, you're going to just stick with that one. So it's extremely important that we create the right value system so people become part of your core and you build a lifetime client ecosystem, in which case clients want to stay with you forever. So I hope you can see how this is an extremely efficient model. Now with our direct response funnel, we have 10 to 90 qualified appointments per month, right? Per setter, with a 90% show rate, around $20,000 to $60,000 in cash collected per setter, 5 to 10% setter commission, and that's about a 10 to 20 to 1 return on the setter, dependent on, of course, how much percent you give them. Usually we do 5% for inbound, 10% for outbound. Number one tip, if you ever come across an A player is somebody that performs above standard, right? Way above average. Don't underpay them. I've seen this mistake being made by so many business owners, right? They give the A player the same as any average other people. And the A player just feels undervalued, and then usually they just offer hop. And that's just extremely detrimental. I've been in businesses where I was the number one closer. Like I said, I was literally the top closer, and they were making like 100K a month, and then I was responsible for 70K of that. And then I left, and then boom, the whole business fails, right? Because their top closer just left. Either compensate them correctly so they stay with you, or find other people. Keep hiring, right? Extremely important. On to the next thing. How much does it actually take to make 100K per month? From working with all these businesses, we understand there's one fundamental thing for making a lot of money, and it's just really simple. Client acquisition, right? The best known product will always beat the best product. And I said it before, somewhere right now on this planet is somebody in his basement who has made better cola than Coca-Cola. Who cares? Nobody knows him. It's extremely sad, but it's true, right? There's a lot of people with a lot of potential and great products in this world, but without marketing, without sales, they will never see the light of day. They will never be successful. Scaling is just a numbers game ultimately. So let's break down 100K a month. In the high ticket space, we know that most offers have around a $4,000 upfront cash collected per close on average. To hit 100K, basically we just divide 100K by 4, which is 25 people that we need to close in order to hit 100K. Assuming an average closing rate of 25%, that means we need 100 people to show up, right, in order to close 25, 1 in 4 people. And assuming that we have an industry standard of 70% show rate, which in our case is a lot higher, that means we need around 142 bookings in order to hit the 100K a month. So that's it, right? You need 140 appointments per month with a good offer to hit 100K a month. So with our extremely efficient model that runs through LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube, a beginner setter is able to book around 10 to 25 appointments per month. A mid setter is able to book around 25 to 50 appointments per month. And a top performing setter is obviously able to book 50 to even 75 plus appointments per month. So that means you need 3 to 5 setters on commission to hit around 100K a month. And that means you need to pay around 10K in commissions, in which case you have 90% margins, which is awesome, right? And that is without a personal brand, spending money on paid ads or organic content. In order to run your setter team effectively, we have a whole document that basically takes care of that. So in there is basically everything on running a setter team correctly, even a closer team, the meeting cadence, DM to connect, all the metrics, all the KPIs, everything you need to know to create an A-player setter team. So if you'd like some hands-on help on implementing this whole funnel and all of this stuff, then make sure to book a call. The Calendly link is in the description. Now, if you want hands-on help getting past the 15 to 100K a month mark, right, make sure to book a call. The Calendly link is in the description. We'll personally help you implement literally all of those systems. And if you have any questions for us, just shoot us a DM on Instagram, right? We're happy to answer all of those questions. And if you just want more free value, just subscribe, because I'm going to be uploading a fuck ton of sauce on this channel, right? I'm just going to expose the whole game. I hope you got to know me a little. I hope you learned a lot, and I see you in the next one.